I want you to name one mediocre dark-skinned female artist. Quickly.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? Dear Saweetie.
This is not Saweetie, okay?
This is Saweetie, okay? Let's talk about it, baby. The girls have been DMing me and messaging me about Saweetie's performance. Like, let me just breathe for a second, because that seems to what like she needs. Like, the stamina is not giving, the performance is not giving, the music is not giving that much, barely, if any time. It's just not. And at this point, like, so many people have extended so much grace to this light-skinned girl. Like, let me be clear. I don't hate Saweetie. I think I can't even say great gowns. I think Saweetie is okay as like a person. I don't think that she's a bad person, but I think that there is no way in the hell that Saweetie will get to where she's at if she did not look the way she does. Like right now, I want you to name one dark-skinned female rapper who has the same visibility as a Saweetie right now. Mediocre. You can't. Dark-skinned female rappers are not allowed to be mediocre. Even the ones who are rapping their ass off and doing their stuff still ain't making it to the top of mainstream. They just not. They just not. They just not. But y'all giving Saweetie so much grace, so much everything, and I just want you all to take a little bit of that grace and extend it to these dark-skinned female rappers that are out here doing the damn thing. Because this is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, we keep seeing videos of Saweetie performing and it just looks bad. It just looks bad every time. And then the reason why I'm bringing this up is because people are saying, well, she's trying. There's nothing wrong with trying. There's nothing wrong with trying and getting it right. What is wrong is when you're able to have that visibility while trying. And it sounds actually very familiar of another light-skinned artist from a long time ago who was allowed to try and keep getting it right until she got to the fame that she's at now. And what I'm talking about is not a Saweetie, it's not this and that. It is, let me be clear, because y'all might run with it. That's not Beyonce, because Beyonce, since she came out, she's been working since she was in her shoes. But we cannot lie that Beyonce being light-skinned has not helped her with her career, because there are dark-skinned women who are just as talented as all of these other artists, but they are not getting the attention, they're not getting the support and the backing that these artists are given. So what I'm saying is, look at all of the dark-skinned female rappers. Like, look at all the female rappers who are getting visibility and all that other stuff. Look at all the female rappers. Majority of them are lighter skinned, or folks call them brown, but none of them are dark. None of them are dark. Hardly any of them are dark. There are some ones that some people will give, oh, you got such and such, you got such and such, you got such and such, but it's like visibility is what I'm talking about. Visibility is what I'm talking about. And I'm just watching folks, you know, like we got like, and I don't like to bring other dark-skinned female artists, because sometimes when you do that, they feel some type of way like, oh, I'm not getting it because, you know, I ain't got my, like, it's taking some time. Like, they don't want to admit that colorism is the thing. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough to be out here working and be like, you know, colorism ain't playing no part in me getting my opportunity. Like, I'm out here, I just need to grind harder and grind harder. And that type of mentality leads us to being a Rick Ross and talking about, so you don't get no sleep. You need sleep. You need sleep. And you actually do some readings and some research. Your mind works better when you are fully rested. When you are fully rested, you are able to tackle the problems and everything with clear, concise, because your mind is resting. You need to rest your body. You need sleep. I don't know what this hyper-capitalist stuff is where everybody's just like, work hard. No, man, girl, it's giving, I go to sleep. I go to sleep because I need it. But what I'm talking about is just how colorism is so pervasive and is so in the industry, that people like Saweetie are allowed and given so much opportunity to perfect. Because you know what, I would not be surprised if 5, 6, 7 years ago that Saweetie is doing way better. I wouldn't be surprised. It's happened before, but that's because she's been able to give. Like, the label's still backing her. It's like, well, she's gonna work out eventually. We've seen this happen before. Keep giving her stuff. Keep giving her time. But it's like, if just an inch of some of that was given to these other dark-skinned female rappers and dark-skinned female artists and stuff, they're out here killing it. And I love this one person I'm going to bring up. I think Ari Lennox is extremely talented. I think Ari Lennox is really talented. Like, I'm not a big music person like that. I listen to new music. Girl, I be bumping some old. But Ari Lennox, that song Pressure is amazing. It is amazing. Ari Lennox, if you are watching this, girl, we're not asking you to, to admit that, like, we're not saying that. What we are saying, that you would be way bigger if you were not dark skin. Like, if you were lighter skin, you would be bigger. And that's not to take away from you, but it's to talk about the overall collective. Like, the overall, how we look at black women, how we look at, like, the arts, and who is consumable, who is commercial, who makes it to that. That's the conversation. And I don't like when artists feel like, I don't need that type of support. I don't need that. I don't need people trying to sympathize with me. We're not sympathizing. We're having a conversation about serious stuff in our community that affects not just you being a dark-skinned female artist, but dark-skinned folks in general when they go out and do, traditional jobs, how they're overlooked for opportunities. Like, we can pull up multiple lawsuits where, such and such person was not hired for this job because they did not look good. They were not desirable. The whole situation with Hollister was sued because Hollister didn't want to hire fat employees, they didn't want to hire all this other stuff. Like, this stuff happens. So it's just not in celebrity and artists and all the other stuff. It happens in our everyday lives. How men in positions of power are more likely to hire a woman who they're attracted to based off of them being attractive and desirable to them, than hiring a woman who actually has the work and everything they need to get the job done. That happens. Like, think about if we're hiring folks not off of the work that they're doing and not because they can do it and they are good at it, but the fact that they look good. That happens. It's a real thing. I've experienced it a couple of times. I've been a part of was asked to do this HIV thing back in 2015 and was going to speak at this thing and was pulled and was asked, oh, well, you do a co-host with this light-skinned, desirable gym body guy who never speaks about HIV. Actually was friends with a very person who was very femphobic and all the other stuff, like, didn't have this wasn't good for it, but it's just like, he looks good and he looks good on the flyer. Like, it happens. It's even like, I've even had to pull folks aside with, like, the folks who work in public health and HIV work. It's just like, hey girl, like, everybody in this room who's doing this work, who's facilitating, all of them are thin. All the folks who are working in the office and doing this work are thin. Where are the fat folks? Where are the thin folks? Where are the non-gym body people at? Like, where are the folks who don't work out? Where are they at? I mean, look at them, because the people who in power are hiring them based off of them being desirable. Not the fact that the work is good, it's just that they look desirable. That's it. So if we don't have a conversation about desirability, and shout out to Deshaun Harrison, desirability capital, like the currency in being desirable, we will never get anywhere. Like, we will never get where we need to go. So I'm ending this video to not say that Saweetie is a bad person and she needs to be dragged and all that other stuff. What needs to be dragged is ourselves and who we are ready to consume. And also the industry needs to be dragged too, because it's just like, why are y'all always putting out these artists that look this way? Why are y'all not out here and giving the money and everything to artists who are not looking like this? Why is that? You can't tell me that you steady seeing piss poor performances from this girl, and that she's deserving of more time. Like, and I think that also, let me also reiterate the conversation of like, oh, well, she's so sweet, she's just so caring, She's just trying so hard, and it's just, you know, she's trying so hard. That is also, like, y'all want to root for her because she should not be failing, because she is desirable. She should not be this bad. Like, girl, she's beautiful. Have you ever heard people say, well, damn, she's too cute to do this. She's too cute. Have you ever heard? I've heard it before. I've seen it on social media. I've seen people say it, like, he too cute to be raping somebody. He too cute to be an abuser. He too cute to do that. Why would he do that? He can get me. He's too cute to be in jail. Why would they lock him up? He's fine. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. They extended grace and all types of stuff based off of just being desirable. And that's what's happening to Saweetie. That's what's happening. Like, you can't tell me that, you can't tell me that's not what's happening. And I'm not asking y'all to disavow or dismiss Saweetie, but I'm asking you to just think. Just think of what the world would look like if we were to give this grace to artists who, you know, who were working just as hard as Saweetie but don't look like her. That's what I want to see. I want to see my girls like Bree Wormway do it. I want to see my other girls who are out here, these dark-skinned female rappers who are out here eating and delivering stuff, and just feel like nobody saw them. Nobody gave them the opportunity to continue to polish up their stuff and you know, take some light criticism and work on this and that. They're not giving that. They're being ate up. Like, even the little horse laugh after Cash Doll was anti-black and colorist. I've laughed at it a couple times, but looking at it, it's trash. It's trash how we treat our dark-skinned female rappers. It's really garbage. Like, Cash Doll was like a good rapper to me. I like Cash Doll. Cash Doll was not given the same grace as Saweetie. Cash Doll has just a sickening personality too. Be laughing at Cash Doll. She's crazy as hell. She hypes the girls up, but she's not giving the same grace as Saweetie. She's not giving these McDonald's meals and all this other stuff. Like, she ain't giving that. She's not giving that. So that's all I got. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about it. Girl, let's talk about it in the comments. Let's pop off in the comments. Y'all know I love a good debate. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll talk y'all later tonight. Bye.